Habrán 3 minutos de
Cucurella
descuento.
tries to play it through. Pedri. Oh, nicely intercepted. And it's Bernardo Silva. Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Pedro Neto. He's had a shot! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Llorente. And it's Rodri. It's a searching pass. That's really well cleared. Cucurella. Now, can they get him away? Skims one in. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Pedri. Clipped into space. In comes the corner. This possibly the last play of the half. That's a decent clearance. João Cancelo. Bernardo Silva. And Mendes. Pedro Neto. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's in a great position here. Not the most accurate pass. That's it, 45 minutes up. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, I can tell you it's been a wonderful watch, Peter. I'm not complaining. The goals just seem to...
Everything you'd expect from Derby Day. Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. And here is the first touch of the second half.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
Vitinha for Pedro Neto. Bruno Fernandes receives it in a wide position. Oh, they could be caught out here. And the finish! That was superb goalkeeping.
Bernardo Silva is offering a wry smile there.
And it's been taken short. Delivers the ball. And he's there to clear it. Looking for options for movement. Ferran Torres. Mikel Oyarzabal. That has been cut short. He's looking wide.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Pedri. Nicely aimed pass. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And it's Bernardo Silva. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! And for a moment, time stood still. Cucurella. Gavi. And it's Llorente. Pedro Neto. And this is Ronaldo. And the shot's on here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And this could be a Spanish counter-attack. And here's Neto. Cristiano Ronaldo. Gets his head on it! Oh, good finish. And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Portugal now in a position far more desirable.
They've seen the light and the opposition have been left in the dark.
And here's Neto. João Neves receives it in a good position here. Oh, important interception. That is ended up in no man's land. Played in, and a header! And the whistle's gone. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? More and more pressure on the ball here. Cucurella. Here's Rodri. Fabian Ruiz.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Takes a shot! And that is doing no harm at all.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Nuno Mendes. Great vision. Now it's come to nothing. Rodri. It's a pretty loose pass. And he gets rid in a hurry.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
He'll try from distance! Straight at the keeper.
Gavi really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
Bruno Fernandes. And it's Vitinha. It's Bernardo Silva. Can he get on the end of this? Great ball, and he's in here! Ronaldo looking sharp there.
OK, it didn't quite come off on this occasion, but you get the feeling as a team they might want to just stick with this approach.
And it's Gavi. The defence opting here for strength in numbers. Gavi. And here's Oyarzabal. Now it's Ferran Torres. Shot at goal! There's a goal! Right back in the game! As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Way too good, Peter, too quick. We were made to look a little lost in all honesty.
And now he has two. Spain cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Gavi, towering header! No, not the best of headers.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Pedro Neto. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Rodri did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Kubasi. Spread to the right. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
That's good play from him.
This looks promising. Oyarzabal! Level again! What a match we have!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage, fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
And that is fabulous of a goal.
That's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
It's turning into quite a gem, this.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Played down the flank. He's in plenty of space here. It's a promising position. Chance! Pedri. That's a lovely, neat pass. He shifted it to the flank. Mikel Oyarzabal being hunted in packs.
Well, he helps himself to a treble, Peter, and then they switch on. It's a bit late now.
And it's Pedri. And here's Ruiz. Gavi tries a shot! Goal! Spain! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. That was easy. Almost too easy.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Spain leading now.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Fabian Ruiz. Llorente. Tries to pass it through. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's definitely onside. And that is expertly dealt with. Looking for the run. Oh, that's well spotted. Llorente. Spread it left. Good ball, good take. Can he get it through? Plays it across. And the keeper gets his hands on it.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
And it's Mendes. And he lines up a cross. Bruno Fernandes goes short. Great chance! Of course! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Portugal dragged themselves back again.
Well, they just couldn't. Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
Oh, greatly! It's hit the upright. Laporte getting this one clear. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. Bruno Fernandes goes short. Fabian Ruiz getting this one clear.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Ferran Torres. João Neves. Bruno Fernandes. Distributed tidily. Cucurella. Well, they've got it again. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's looking wide. Good ball, good take. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Ferran Torres. Nicely weighted ball. That has not gone well. Spain still trailing by one and looking here to take it up a notch after the break. He's on it, can he get away? Gavi, and he shoots! And for a moment, time stood still.
I'm really impressed with the tenacity he's shown to intercept that. That's how they're going to make things happen.
Araujo. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, there really isn't enough happening up front, Peter. They just haven't been afforded much by way of creating chances. They must start showing some bite.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Kubasi. And it's Ruiz. For Ferran Torres. Llorente. And here's Llorente. Cross into the... Oh, good climb! Oh, not this time.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
Vitinha. Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Bernardo Silva. Well timed, excellent interception. Kubasi. Here's Oyarzabal. And it's Ruiz. That's a good ball out wide. Oh, sweet feet. And the cross comes in.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Gavi. Fabian Ruiz. Cucurella. That's very neat. It's a searching pass. Big chance! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
What a pass. One that literally dropped into his path. It was asking to be finished.
Rodri does really well to win the ball there. Into the last quarter of an hour. Mendes picks it up now. And that's the keeper's ball.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And it's Bruno Fernandes. He'll try from distance! They want to be quick to recover this. Rodri. Here's Oyarzabal. It's a pretty loose pass. Now it's Ferran Torres. Llorente. Now it's Ferran Torres.
It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
Pedri. He's having a shot! And the difference is still one, but only just.
Well, you'd really expect him to hit the target from there.
Played out towards the right wing. Played out to the left flank. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Fabian Ruiz. And it's Ruiz. Here's Oyarzabal.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Now it's Gavi.
Portugal have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Nice defending, it's got the job done. Llorente. Laporte.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
And it's Cucurella. And it's Gavi. Spread to the right. Now it's Fabian. Shapes to shoot! Dispatched clinically. They have stolen level at the last. That was fabulous. The most adept of touches, the smoothest of finishes.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
And that's it. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find a winner. Fabian Ruiz taking in the match, and deservedly so. The end of the game. Reflections?
Well, I think all things considered, Peter, this was a fair result. Both sides showed the right qualities to try and win it, and, you know, ultimately ended up cancelling each other out, at least result-wise. I think any other outcome, I don't think would have been fair.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me, and to wish you all a very good evening. Formidable teams, both ambitious, both obliged to win, both crammed with incredible talent, but only one can prevail. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway. So it's down to business here. And the history of this fixture tells us always to expect the unexpected. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Bernardo Silva, he's a real box of tricks, Peter, with a super first touch and a really nice, silky smooth dribbling style. He's also got an eye for a telling pass, and he's a more than decent finisher too. What we don't usually comment on is his phenomenal work rate, and that will be a standout for this team over the course, I can assure you.
Yes, he's... Gavi! Vitinha, Bruno Fernandes, shifted it to the flank, and it's Bruno Fernandes, Pedri, and it's Pedri, that's destined for the flank. Now that's a lovely exchange, and he's picked it up out wide, aims beyond the defence. Caught offside that time. And he stands tall, impenetrable. Ferran Torres goes for a shot! Spain! You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here, because he didn't have the greatest view of that. But you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Spain have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous.
Pedro Neto receives it in a wide position. Oh, not this time, but a lot of applause for the thought.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
And it's been taken short. Bruno Fernandes. Spain are looking to go forward now. Fabian Ruiz.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions. Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a
Here
waste.
it is, crossed in. And he gets rid in a hurry. Nicely weighted ball. And he's straight on. Fabian Ruiz. Oh, this is a... Tries one from range! And Phil. Araujo. Spain currently a goal to the good and with the lion's share of the ball. For Pedro Neto. And he's worked it through. And he's managed to get free. Pedro Neto. And here's Bruno Fernandes. Laporte clears it away. Fabian Ruiz. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for... And it's Pedri. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Now it's Pedro Neto. No, that's been intercepted. Llorente. Araujo. And it's Neves. And it's Gavi. Oyarzabal is onto this. Cucurella. Good ball, good take. There's the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Lofted in. Pedro Neto. Looking for options for movement. Laporte gets across to intercept that. Fabian Ruiz. Now this could be a chance. Now that looks a decent ball. Cucurella gets into a good position. Pedri with the short one. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Bernardo Silva. Now it's Pedro Neto. Spread to the right. And here's Bruno Fernandes. Vitinha! A finish right from the top draw. Portugal are level. He just absolutely speared that in.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
El dorsal 23.
So they have it all to do again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Oh, that's neat. Oh, he's played it in low. Bruno Fernandes. Bernardo Silva. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. That's going wide left. That has been cut short. Cucurella. Gavi picks it up out wide. Now it's Pedri. He's had a shot! And that's another fine... Spain have their second corner now. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Pedro Neto.
2 minutos de descuento.
Showing good feet. Bruno Fernandes. Pedri. Now Fabian Ruiz. And it's Cucurella. Now it's Oyarzabal. He's a sharp little ball here. He's in a great position here. Shot a goal! Oh, and that is a thrilling end to the first 45. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So, Jim, neither side getting it football, and at the break, it's one each. Portugal get the second half started.
Spain clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Pedri. Here's Llorente. Fabian Ruiz. For Ferran Torres. Pass just lacking in accuracy. Vega. Vitinha. Fabian Ruiz. Cucurella. Spread out to the left. That's a promising position. That's good play. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. So, third corner of the game. Oh, a few ironic cheers tell the story. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Laporte, and it's slung out wide. Tries to play it through. Tries to pass it through. João Neves. Vitinha. Played out to the left flank. Pedro Neto. And it's Bruno Fernandes. He'll try from distance! Denied by an instinctive save.
It's quite a show he's putting on here. This is excellent work.
Bruno Fernandes plays it short. Chance! Nearly, but not quite.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Now it's Oyarzabal. That has been slung wide. Ferran Torres. He's on it, can he get
Este
away?
partido asciende a 98.004 espectadores.
So their fourth corner of the game. Mendes can get it clear. And here's Gavi. It's run loose, who's going to get there? Okay. They're up to 5 corners now. Portugal have the chance to go the other way. A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Now it's Pedro Neto. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Gavi. Fabian Ruiz. He's looking wide. Knocks it into space.
Oh, that was one big no-no when you've got a queue formed in the box. That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's made its way to him. That's tidy. Knocks it out wide. And that's a goal kick. João Cancelo.